Ladies and gents, welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video, and we're going to be doing an updated tier list for artifacts, including Alicia and a little bit more of detailed artifacts, and this time we're going to change it up a little bit. Excuse me here, I got to put baby monitor on, my babies are asleep. Weekend time, daddy's got to be a daddy, you know what I mean? Anyways, one sec here. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I've kind of dumbed it down. I'm going to say the word dumbed it down, lack of a better term, of course. We're gonna make it simplified, I say. Let's put it that way. And we're going to put in just a hunter, and then we're going to give you guys just the best artifact for armor and best artifact accessory. That's it. We're going to cover the best to the worst. Forget the worst. All you need to know is the best, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to do every single hunter. We're going to dumb it down. We're going to give you guys the ones you should focus on. And this will be going forward probably the way I'll handle this, because it'll keep it nice and easy and keep it crisp. And this way you guys know what to kind of go for each single unit. Okay, so let's talk about SM Baek. We'll start off with him, okay? So real quick, the best artifacts for him are pretty straightforward. It's either going to be the solid foundation for, solid analysis, dragon set. Let's just call it dragon set, okay? It's going to be that, the arm set, or the toughness set. Those are the three main ones for him. That's it. Nothing more. You don't need anything else for him, because you're going to be really focusing on his core attacks. You're going to be focusing on his attack bonuses, obviously, or his penetration of defense, because obviously the core attack helps with the bleed. The attack obviously scales off of everything he does, and then of course crit as well too, if you wanted to do more crit damage altogether. But his main thing is about his bleed and his core damage. So this is going to be the best one. These two are also really, really good for him. So those three, if you're going to go with best accessory, this one here is hands down the best. The reason why for that is because he loses HP every time he does damage. Once you hit the 70% HP mark for him, he'll do 30% more damage, just flat 30%, which is insane amount. So that's going to be the best one for him. I mean, you can, if you are fighting a boss, use this one as well. It's 20% damage based on 70% of the boss's HP, so that one can also help. And then lastly, if you are going for like a quick damage fix, more MP cost but higher, but this is the best one for sure. So go 1, 2, and 3. I'd say those ones are probably the best ones for him. This is not a bad option, but I don't think it'll match up to these three here when we're using him overall. Okay, but for sure the skeleton one is the best outfit, okay, for him for that. So there you guys go. SM Baek is completely done, so I'm going to remove him here. And I have to do this unfortunately manually because it's not my tier list. So every time I reset, everything will reset all my images and stuff that I just added. So we're going to do it this way real quick, okay? All right, let's go to Baek himself. Speaking of Baeks, straightforward. Just this. That's all you need. Really, that's it. Just put that on him. You can technically use this one as well too if you want. If you want to put a little bit more crit damage for him. But at the end of the day, he's really built to be a breaker. He's the best breaker in the game for a reason. Well, like one of 3 best breakers in the game. So use that. Now, in terms of damage for him, you're going to go with this one here. And you're going to go with this one if you want to give more attack. You can definitely add that. Or Viri as well too. So those 3 are probably his best artifacts. I would say probably we'll go like more like this right there. In case you want to use them as a support breaker only without all the damage, then put that in there, okay? Remember, these cannot stack, these accessories, okay? Just real quick on that. All right, let's take this off. There you guys go. I'm going to give you guys just the best, okay? So Choi, pretty straightforward here. You got two different options here for you. You have armed for sure, and then you have the one-hit kill. Those two are the best one. One-hit kill specifically, if you have a 5 Choi, this is going to be insanely powerful for him. It's probably your best one. So depending on which version of him you have, it'll kind of go like this, okay? So that's it for him there. Now, in terms of accessories, you're going to go with Viri and Executioner, and again, if you can take the hit, that one right there. Those 3 are your best accessories for him. All right, so there you guys go. That is Choi. Very straightforward. And again, this is all based on testing, right? And I've done this testing. I've done this tier list many times now, so I just want to give you guys an updated version of it just in case. All right, let's go over to Emma. Emma, again, can be used for 2 different ways. There's actually 3 different armors for her that are pretty decent. The first one being, believe it or not, you can go with this one here. And the reason why, even though she doesn't scale off attack, the bonus defense penetration is actually really, really strong against bosses. So you can use this one, but ideally you kind of don't want to go for it. So really, at the end of the day, what you want to focus on for her is 3 different sets. You can do the breaker set, you can do the holy armor set to give yourself more HP and give yourself the party as well more HP or more attack based off of that. And then you can also give her the crit set as well. So those 3 are my favorite personally, and I would use those more than anything else. And then for the actual sets here, this, and she rarely ever loses HP, so it's not a big deal for her. You can also go with this as a backup, okay? This is actually not a bad option either, because she does actually have a shield. A lot of people don't know this. She does have a shield. So she's very versatile. So she's got a few good options there to go with. I'd say Breaker first still, Holy, then Tough. This is, I mean, you can decide which one's more better for you. If you're in a raid and you want to support Sun Jin Woo in a raid, or, you know, your Hunter's in a raid, then that's great. If not, then you go this route. If you do want to play more support, you go there. You can also even do this, technically, right? So depends on how you want to play her. These are all the best ones for her. So again, very versatile character. All right, let's go take these out. Out. And then put in our next unit here, and that is Dongso. Dongso, personally, I like two different things for him. One hit kill is really strong for him because you can do your ultimate, which has a 44,000 plus multiplier, which is the biggest multiplier for any ultimate in the game. You can use a core set, which I think is his best one actually, so it'll go like that, or you can give him the toughness set for more damage as well, right? Remember, he scales off of defense, so that's very big to note. Viri, I think, is great for him, and also this is great for him. So these two are his best ones for sure. Again, he doesn't take much damage, so that's going to be a problem for him, so this one won't apply quite as well. Technically, it can be good if you do take the hit. It'll take 30% more damage, but those are definitely his best sets right there. All right? No breaker. Remember that. Okay, so moving on from here. Bora, pretty straightforward here, guys. This, where's the arm set? And I'd say probably this at this point. Her Meg ultimate is crazy strong, by the way. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so for this, you can use here. You can technically, for longer fights, use Expert, because even if you swap out, people don't know this, you won't lose the actual bonus effect. It stays. And then also you can use this one, Champion on the Field. So these all are really good accessories for her if you want to use that. Technically, this can work really well too, but you just need to take a hit, and that will also help you guys out a lot. But these are probably, you're probably looking at the best ones here. I'd probably even go kind of like this right there. There you go. That's right there. So again, very versatile character, especially now that her foxes do a lot more damage. Worthwhile looking into that, okay? All right, so for Min, this is an easy one, all right? So you go one of two ways. You go, where is it? Destroyer, which is his best ones, and that. Destroyer is great because he gives already power gauge. With this, he gives even more power gauge, so super easy to use. That one right there is his best one. I wouldn't even put anything else in place. Realistically, you could do that if you want to. Not worth it in my opinion, but that's how Min's gonna look. Very easy to build, but very specific, right? So that'll simplify that one. Okay, so let's go on to Lim. Lim, our boy Lim. Okay, so Lim has a couple different options. You go here, you can go here, you can go here, and you can go here. So all of these work very, very well for him. Very powerful unit, does a lot of crazy damage, and you guys can see here, he's very versatile when it comes down to what he can wear. So you guys can make him a breaker, you can make him a core attacker, you can make him a crit on DPS or full on attack DPS with break abilities. And then here you can use whichever one of these you prefer for his matchups. And it all depends on what you're doing it for, right? If you're doing it for Battlefield of Time, then these will be your best ones right here. Right, like you won't even do that. For longer fights, this one might take place, etc. Right, so it's all going to depend on what you use. So this is the setup here for artifacts for him. Okay, so we're going to take Lim out. Saw. Now, I'm going to take this and remove it. Technically, you could use it, but I'm not going to put that in there. Where is this set? Speaking of very versatile, can be a breaker. Full-on crit DPS is what she is. Believe it or not, this will work really well because of the defense penetration. So shout out to Hoyocat? Oh, geez, I forgot his name. Holocat. Holo something. Halo something? Sorry. Anyways, on my Discord, dude who does really good bot runs, he actually showed me this. He used the armed set with the 4-piece, and with bosses, guys, that defense pen is insane. So shout out to him for showing me this. Believe it or not, it does work really well, but really meant for bot. So I'm going to put this last. You can do it this way as well for more HP, and then of course it gives shield, so you can use the extra damage there, and then this will be a backup. So here for this, you're going to want to go remove that completely. Remove this. Yeah, remove that as well because that's useless for her. And then I think you've got the accessories right there. Those are right there. Even this is technically useless for her. So those two right there. Even this is technically useless for her. There you guys go. I would just stick with that. To be honest, that's probably her best accessory. I would just go with that. Just make it easy. All right, let's move on to the next. Jinchul. Okay, breaker for sure. You can put him on toughness. This is useless for him because his defense break. No shield. Useless there. Useless there. It's honestly, I would say this. Yeah, I'd say these for sure right there. Okay, and then you guys can make him also support if you want. You guys can give him Viri for more attacks. You guys can give him Skeleton if you want more damage. Those are probably going to be his best accessories right there. All right, so that's Jinchul. Now moving on to the main events. Cha. Cha cha cha. Take this away. Armed, toughness, for sure. Tested it, works really well. Can do one hit kill if you want. If you want to give her a little bit more damage with her ultimate, especially if you have a 5. So not a bad set there for her. These for sure will work. Take this one out. Give her champion of the field. I'll probably put this one even here. Expert works really well for her for longer battles. So longer battles, quick battles, quick battles. Here, actually, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way, actually. There we go. Quick battles, all 3 of these. Longer battles. All right. Remember, this will not go away. Very, very powerful unit. Still the best hunter in the game. All right, speaking of one of the best hunters in the game, Alicia. So we've talked about this already. You can definitely use this. Solid Foundation will take, I'd say, right over here. So as we showed you guys the data with all the testing, 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure will work. You can actually, as a matter of fact, even use this if you want, but probably the worst one out of all of them. So it is available for you as well too, though. And then best artifact accessories are definitely going to be Viri. I'd say probably first, Champion of the Field, Behemoth, then Skeleton, and then you got yourself Expert. Okay, all of those right there will be covered for her for best artifacts. All right, so there you guys go. That's 1, 2. This is how I would organize it here in terms of the best artifacts for her. All right, so that takes care of all of those guys. Now, Anna Ruiz, pretty straightforward here. You guys can go attack, one hit kill. Destroyer as well works really well for her, and then also the breaker set. So these are how I would go for that. If you were going to make her a breaker, you can go this way as well. Okay, now in terms of the actual validity of her accessories, you guys can build her support as well too if you need to. So that's how I would organize that one right there. She's a poison build, right? So she can do a lot of break and poison. That's really her job. All right, Sung, take breaker away, take this away, and give her the crit set. Those 3 are her best ones. Best accessories are as follows. Take this one away. Again, longer battles. The Expert, it works really well. Actually, I tested it and actually does really well for her. So that's how I would build her up right there. These are all accessories. She scales off attack. She does poison. She does a lot of crit. So, and then her ultimate's really strong. So you want to do one hit kill if you can with her as well too, if that's the way you want to go. All right, next up, Hwangsuk, his brother. All right, so this guy here, really at the end of the day, a couple different ways to go. I believe he scales off of HP, or is it HP or defense for him? I think he's HP, I'm pretty sure. So you can do Holy Set, and then you guys can do Breaker Set, and you guys can, I think that's probably his 2 best ones. And in regards to his setup, take this away, that works, take this away, and you guys can make him Aquamarine as well too if you need to. All right, just to be as a support unit. So there you go. I'm pretty sure, guys, he's HP. I hope he's not defense. I'm pretty sure he's HP. I'd have to maybe double check that one, but I'm positive that's how it is. Okay, so there you guys go. You can go one of 2 ways, like this here as well too. All right, so there's that. And then who do we have next? Joe, our buddy Joe. Okay, so Joe here is just going to be one of 2 things. 1 and where's it? 2. That's it. Pretty much it. You can do one hit kill if you want to with him. It does more damage for his ultimate, but at the end of the day, realistically, that's good enough. This right here is probably his best setup. And you can actually add this to the pile too. So there you guys go. He doesn't do enough crits, and his attacks are super slow to use Expert, so wouldn't recommend that one. All right, so let's go to the Taeshik. Same thing set up here. As a matter of fact, you probably don't even want... you can actually use that. His ultimate's pretty strong. So you can set up all 3 of those there. I put that there. Expert again if you guys want to. If you want to add him in longer battles, especially with bleed battles, this will stack really fast for him. So definitely can use those as well too. So that'll be a good setup for him there. Who we got next? Kim Chul. Okay, so he's just going to be easy one here. Break, and that's honestly what you should be using him. Break or shield, really, one of the 2. But I'd say break is probably the best one for him. Those are the 2 best options. Again, take these away. He'll never get hurt enough really to matter. I'd say those 3 are his best options for accessories. Okay? Kim, good lord, why do you even have him on the list? Yes, and no. Yep, pretty much it right there. That's pretty this is as straightforward as it gets for him. You can actually add this to the list as well too if you want. Okay, Johee, another one that's very easy to do. This is how her set would go. Yep, that's exactly it right there. So for her, you'd actually take these 2 out, and that's the setup right there. Very, very easy. All right, next up, Nam, my favorite. Oh, I love this girl. Her first one is Breaker. Make her the ultimate breaker in the game. She pretty much is, in my opinion. Okay, so 2 sets you guys can use for her were those 2 there, and then for her actual Accessories, you got it right here. I wouldn't go anything past this. You can technically add this one here as well. Sorry, I apologize. There you guys go. Okay, that's Nam right there. All right, guys, so Park, Beom, Shik. So you're going to probably do these two here. Now, his core damage is really good because it actually ups his defense as soon as you get him into like the advancement stage. And plus, the crit's actually not bad. He does quite a bit of damage, especially if you have more HP than him. Even though he scales off of defense, there is a advancement where he'll do, I think, more damage to an opponent if he has more HP. So the Holy Set is actually not a bad set for him to have, believe it or not. Even though he does scale off of defense, you can get more HP from this and have substats and main stats as defense, and that would work. So these are the 3 best sets for him, I think, in my opinion, and you're looking at probably the best sets right over here in terms of what he can do in terms of damage. All right, so there you guys go. That takes care of him. Now the better Park Heejin, for example, is the one you actually want to focus on. Now she's going to be armed, but the best set for her are the following 2. It's going to be Destroyer set because she gets so much damn ultimate already as it is. So you guys can do right over here. These are the 3 best sets, or 4 best sets for her, easily, by far. And you can also make her a support unit if you want. You can give her this abilities as well too. So she's very, very versatile. And this here you actually don't want to use because she does ultimate so often, but there you guys go. So this is the best setup for Park. She's going to dominate with this setup, believe it or not. And we'll cover more about SR weapons as well too. I actually want to go through them with you guys later on and tell you guys which ones are the best ones. All right, so there's Park. That completes it. Song, same thing for him. You're going to want to go Destroyer set's not a bad option. These 2 are probably his best ones. And in terms of attack, I'd say right here, I'd even remove this. Actually, this is not a bad option. This is not a bad option. These are probably his best accessories. So I'd go 1, 2 for sure, 3, 4, 5 right there. Those are probably his best options for that, okay? And then moving over to the last unit, that's Jinho. Realistically, here's his best options. You got the Breaker option is the best one for sure. Believe it or not, HP is not a bad option for him, again, with defensive stats because he does scale off defense, but he does also have HP usage. So this is not a bad option for him either. And then you guys can put the Dragon set on him if you want for more core damage and break damage as well too. So those 3 are probably his best ones. And again, I'd probably set it up this way as well too for him. Take this away, obviously, because that's useless. I'd say more like that right there. So this is how I would set up his accessories. And I think that pretty much covers every single unit in the game, guys. There you guys go, full on artifact tier list for the best artifacts for units. Forget the worst. We're just going to cover the best. And going forward, I think that's how I'm going to do it. This is Payne. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.